munching on a bit of chocolate. Right, here we are. We are back at Circuit du Portimao. Right, let's try and keep it on the track. Let's turn that fan on. Fan's on. Missed that corner. Right, here we go. Only 73 registered for the session so far. I'm sure it'll increase a little bit before we get underway. Oh, we're now running a different setup to last time, so maybe we should have some slightly different handling characteristics, maybe a little bit more grip, we'll see. But the track looks very different with the sun out. Oh, rear end was not enjoying that corner there. Oh, why is Lint so good? Break in a straight line. Come back to the apex, get the power down, do a little pirouette, and yeah, that's definitely how to cook your rear tyres. Okay. That was shit. Right, the rears are going to be super hot now, so. Let's do the fronts in as well if we can. This is the corner for understeer, so that should really get the fronts going. Yeah, let's see what kind of lap we can do. A nice wide entrance onto the straight. We'll go against the all-time best. Okay. And across the line with 300s down, 400s down, 500s down, 600 down, someone out. Right, here we go. Didn't slow down enough.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
And have the rear end just drifting out on us with penalty. So we're going to have to take that now. Well, probably best place to take it is into the braking point here. If we go a bit deep, then brake hard.
Car stops on the right.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really... Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to keep this setup because for the time being it seems to be like the rear end is not sticking to anything. But maybe I just need to drive a bit better, we'll see. I mean, the car was perfectly planted there and it still managed to want to slide that rear end, that is. I'll join the race. Yeah, no, I'm taking the setup off. This rear end is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Not racing with that. I'm glad I've decided that is definitely not what I'm going to be racing with. Let's go into the race for the time being. PJs, open setup series. Yeah, this one's open setup. Last one was fixed. The setup that I was using was something that I would have grabbed from Garage 61. Don't know if you know Garage 61. If you do, you do. It does telemetry, and it also does like a ranking system where you can pull other people's setups. Very oversteery though. What I was just trying. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so you already know. So yeah, Garage 61 obviously isn't a setup maker. So this is Portimao. Fuck, my bad. Sorry about that. I forget to change this on Tuesday. The title of the stream, Portimao. My bad, Aguilar. It's Portimao. I've changed it now, but I need to make sure I go back and change the stream from earlier on. Right, let's change the setup then, because that setup I was just using felt absolutely awful. What is the balance? Yeah, 46.2% is very, very on the nose. Whereas if we go to the setup made by iRacing, it's 45.5, which is still quite on the nose. But yeah, there you go. It's Portimao this week for the F4, like the standard F4, as opposed to like the European or the Asian or the American one. So the title should be updated now, and let's go back over here. Right, let's try and get a lap in before the end. No, we've got 50 seconds. I'm not going to learn or be able to learn if there's anything different about the conditions between the fixed and the open setup at the minute. Obviously, the sky is much brighter, so I'm going to guess the track temperature's up, which is probably going to bring track grip down because it's just going to be too hot. Along with air temp, it's going to be too hot, and we're going to be sliding around quite a bit more. The strength of field here is a lot lower than what it was in the last session. We've got 2.9k. In the last session, it was 3.6. We had someone with 9k iRacing in the session. Is there a chance we're not in top split? From the amount of people that joined, that signed up for the session, I'm saying we're almost definitely in top split. But the level of top split would have to be so high for this to be the second split. Doesn't make any sense. Right, that is the end of practice. So yeah, probably a bit too tight coming into that corner, but yeah, it's always hard finding the balance of where to start braking, because you've always got to brake at like 40% because you're going over a crest and you're turning at the same time. It's just a recipe to lock up that front right tire. Streaming on Twitch as well? No, I just stream on YouTube. One of the reasons I just stream on YouTube is because I wanted to grow the channel more than anything. Corners of the track are all deadly. Yeah, they're you're braking into pretty much every corner. Yeah, no, I wanted to stream on YouTube because I think Twitch was probably going to be a little bit too competitive for me. Maybe, I don't know. That could just be a cop-out. But I'm more familiar with streaming on YouTube. I've done it a few years ago. And also, I need to build up my subscribers and watch time on this channel. And also, I like doing it on YouTube. It's nice and simple. So I stream through Streamlabs. Nice connection. It does have a good connection with Twitch as well if I wanted to, but for the time being, they actually do enable multi-streaming, so streaming to 2 platforms at once. But I would have to pay for that feature, and I haven't, and I'm not too bothered by it at the minute. If I get 10 people watching, it's a good stream for me. But I just find if you're commentating and you're having a really good race and the race is interesting, that's good enough for me. I think that's good for most viewers. One thing as well, iRacing probably has a bit of an older audience than a lot of other games. Not all other games, but definitely over like FIFA, for example. There's probably definitely some more older people that play iRacing. Can't race anymore in real life, but still like to watch it. Yeah, this track's hard, so let's see if we can knuckle down. If you see in my bottom left, it says my best lap is a 44.0. We're nowhere near that at the minute, nowhere near that. First lap's ruined with the off track in the first corner. Let's just see how what sort of time we'll look to put in if I can get that first corner under control. Gonna have to be a bit tame in the 43. There you go. So that was not meant to be a dig whatsoever, but I think yeah, more if you're an older person looking to watch gaming or racing, YouTube's probably a more familiar platform than Twitch for a lot of people. But I do love Twitch nonetheless. Just don't stream there. Oh, the car is the balance of the car is it's not awful. Like it's about as good as it can get. Maybe a different setup would help, but because of the way this track ebbs and flows, braking into corners that increase in radius, you're constantly dealing with oversteer on the braking, and then that gets the rear tires hot, and then you try and put the power down, and then the rear tires are screaming again. It's all about being patient, going for those late apexes, but it's extremely challenging to get the right speed, balance. That exit out of that last corner was awful. I'm going to go really wide onto this straight just to give me a bit more time in a straight line before the start-finish line before I start this next lap. See how the difference, you see how the delta bar went from bright red to green as I'm going in a straight line? That's because I took that extra wide line. Right, here we go. Let's not fuck up the first corner. That felt about as good as I could take it, and it's still slow. Missed the braking point ever so slightly, so I had to slow down a bit more on the apex than I would have wanted. But yeah, in these track conditions, everyone's setting slower times. 45.1 up on the board at the minute. What a horrible exit. Again, these rears are just they're scrambling to stay alive. Need to do everything I can now to keep the rest of the lap clean, otherwise we will be starting in last place. Car is four-wheel drifting through that corner. So much elevation change. And so much camber on this track. Fantastic track to try and nail your driving. Too much speed into the last corner. Oh my god, that is probably one of the worst laps I've ever set. But there you go, that's what you get when you don't do practice on the track before the race. That is absolutely awful. Tend to lower the brake bias because this car looks front quick. Yeah, I could definitely move brake bias away from the fronts. The thing is, if I move the brake bias away from the front to avoid locking at the front, what I'll then get, especially into that hairpin, is more rotation that I don't necessarily need. What would be nice is if I had a button on the wheel to alternate between two different levels of brake bias. So for all the other corners, I would have the brake bias more further back to try and stop that front right from locking. And then for this corner, I mean, I can. What I have is I've got a little wheel on here that will allow me to adjust the brake bias. Actually, that's something that's not working. Normally when I adjust my brake bias on the wheel, oh, there you go. My eye overlay wasn't updating the brake bias. Can you see that in the on the bottom left here? That's my brake bias value at the minute. If I rotate the wheel here, I can adjust it on the fly. Now, the steps it gives you on standard are far too small for me to be able to sit there in between corners, because I want to be making at least 1, if not 2% between like that big heavy braking. Okay, anyway, somehow we qualified 7th. We're at 1.3 off of the pace of pole. But yeah, look, 7th is actually quite a good qualifying. So yeah, thank God we saved it and kept the rest of the lap relatively clean. Let's just see what we can do in the race now. But fantastic track. You want to dab the brakes, get to that apex, and then power out. Look at that. I dropped gear on the exit just because you're supposed to be in the lower gear, but yeah, you can see how it just spins it round when you get that extra torque. Well, talking about race pace, generally I'd say I'm probably better in the race than I am in qualifying. For this track specifically, I'm not 100% sure. I've only done that one race today, and we've only just moved over to Portimao today, so I can't say in general what my pace is. This is the first open setup race that I've done here today. It'd be really cool if we could actually go have a little look at that save, but I think we're about to run out of time. Is this the save? I think this is it. Yeah, look at that. Jesus, it's probably much more aggressive from the gyro. Yeah, look at that. Just as I said that, it goes. I haven't done this track in iRacing yet. I have done it on iRacing for the first time about maybe 5-6 weeks ago. It was in the last season. Fast and Furious, exactly. That was that was definitely not how you want to be taking that corner. But let's just watch a quick replay before the race starts because we've still got a minute or so. So yeah, what happened really? Go into the corner, brake. So it looks like I went in a bit too hot because I missed the apex. And then obviously I'm annoyed that I've gone in too hot. So I'm trying to get the power down, probably a bit too early, a bit too quickly. And then you just watch the snap of oversteer. I thought I corrected it once, and then I had to take that second correction, kind of third correction, just to keep it in a straight line. And somehow that's still 7th or 8th. As long as no one doesn't spin, Portimao, the result will be good. Yeah, the first corner can be really hazardous because this track is. So let me just check that I've got the right amount of fuel. Chassis 17. I don't need that much. I think 14 laps is almost always fine, but I don't know, so I'm going to go 15. Yeah, go 15 to be safe. But yeah, so I was saying because this track is so wide, it's really easy to have 3 people going into this first corner. 2 corners from this is the one most spin on. Don't know numbers. That's okay. Yeah, no, I don't know track numbers or even corner names very well. But look, 7th place is decent. The guy in first place is a safety rating of 1.1. Don't want to have to overtake him. Okay.
2 cars to grid.
Here we go. Let's have a nice clean start. Just tighten these laces slightly. Okay, here we go. Clutches in. First gear.
Green.
Okay. Decent start. This guy's coming right over. It's literally going to squeeze me off the track. Completely squeezing me off the track.
Right, 2 wide. Keep to the left.
Still not giving me any room.
Okay, on the left. You're on the left. 3 wide. Right side, 2 wide. You're on the left. 3 wide. Still there. Still there. Still there. 2 wide.
Okay, we got mullered off the start there. Mostly because we had one guy that was just being a bit of a knob, really. Right. Just giving us...
Go left. Car right. Clear. Car looks fine. No damage.
We got no damage.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. You cut the cord.
Fuck me, that was close.
Give up that time. Left side. Still there. You're on the right. 3 wide.
Oh, people are just... They just drive across your fucking nose.
Clear on the left.
Fuck's sake.
Good job.
Standard of driving at the start of this race, from what I can see, has been absolutely fucking dreadful. That's one of my biggest problems in iRacing, is if you're up someone's inside, the outside driver almost never gives you... Whoa! Almost never gives you the right amount of space. They will try and drive around the outside as if you're not there. This is
Clear on the right.
This is so weird what is happening now. There's like a backlog of cars that's causing some terrible backups. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I know some people don't have FOV, but everyone has the spotter. I mean, iRacing gives everyone a spotter. Talking about a spotter. Oh, there we go. I was wondering where mine was.
Right side.
Oh.
Keep to the left. Keep to the left. Clear on.
That's a nice double overtake into that first corner. I don't know when we got a car contact, but it gave us 0x anyway, so we're fine. Doing good so far. Managed to get back up to 10th. So annoying starting 7th and having the drop down into like what, 11th, 10th or something. But it's better to be clean, have no damage. It's quite a long race. Just a shame the group ahead's quite far ahead, so I don't know. Or maybe I'll try and work with the guy ahead, see if we can catch him, or it depends what his pace is like. It's a bit narrow through here. Still trying to learn all of his braking points. What are you doing? He's so slow through there. So slow. Oh my God. That's where we almost went into people on the lap before.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Got some really dodgy lines that are I've never seen before. They're really slowing us up, so I need to get past him now. Otherwise, I'll go into the back of him, not on purpose, but just because I'm not used to people driving that way. Andres, let's work together. Let me come past him quicker.
Car on your left.
Or squeeze me to the wall.
Still there, hold your line. Clear. Right side. Pick up.
I've got to give up some time.
Give up that time. Stay on the left. Stay on the left. Clear.
I've got to give up 0.1 of a second somehow. Please don't get bigger.
Keep to the left.
I don't need to give up more than 0.1. Please don't increase the amount of time.
Clear. Car right. Still there. Keep to the left. Clear.
Fucking hell. Sorry, I can't even read the chat. There's too much going on the track. Okay, I need to get past this guy absolutely ASAP. His lines through this last sector are absolutely shocking.
Left side.
No, I'm up your inside, mate. Please don't just drive into the side of me.
No damage. The car looks clean.
If he just didn't turn in when someone's up his inside, he would have saved himself any damage, any collision. I've said it before. People on the outside they'll just turn in. Obviously they're not used to real life racing where if you turn in on someone that's on your inside, you're gonna crash. They just don't seem to care that it's gonna be a crash. Okay.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 45.
Grumpy Grandpa, how you doing?
6, 4.
Booch corners and I know on Apex is. Okay, anyway, let's get on with the race and see if we can close down the gap to the guys ahead. That felt very good. We've got to keep in mind we're aiming for 45s here rather than 44s. So if we can get into the low 45s, that would be fantastic. What have we set as of yet? Currently our best lap is a 46.9, which is shocking, but guys ahead are doing 46.0s. Oh, the rear end through there just doesn't want to hold on. Yeah, I mean, safety rating is obviously important. For me, the most important thing is the racing. The reason I got all of this is because I love racing. I didn't sink this much money into a setup to just be careful. Obviously, in the bigger scope of iRacing, you're going to have more fun if you have less crashes. Generally, if you keep crashing, you're not going to have any fun. But when you find that driver that is good, that is fair, you can have some absolutely amazing battles. I had a race I streamed yesterday that was absolutely insane. I basically raced the whole back half of the grid, and there wasn't anything particularly unfair. It was just super close racing for a good 10-15 minutes. I was sweating by the end of it, but it was so much fun.
The car in P1.
Okay, let's see what time we just set. I don't think it's rapid, but it should definitely be quicker than a 46.9. 46.2. Okay, the guy ahead just did a 46.6, and the guy ahead of him 46.5. So we're catching slowly. But I'm just glad that I didn't get in a first lap incident, because that I thought was pretty much guaranteed with what happened just in front of me. The guy behind matched me for pace last lap, 46.2 also for him. Got to be really careful with putting the power back on through there, that I don't want to spin, don't want to cost myself more time. Sorry, I'm not doing very good at reading the chat. I'll try and grab some stuff on the straight. I was in the wrong gear coming out of there. Gap to the guy behind is 1.1. Gap to the guy ahead 3.5. Really need to try and close this gap. We've still got a good 6-7 laps, so the best thing to do is to not make any mistakes. Whoa, it's hard to get that apex. Hard to get that car slowed down and turned in at the right point, because you need to carry. The most important thing is the minimum speed across that corner. You want to keep as high of a speed as possible. Okay, gap ahead is now 3.3, so we've taken 2 tenths out of the guy ahead. Just need them to have a little fight, and we'll be on the back of them in no time. Gap to the guy behind, 1.0 seconds. Again, I think we set very similar lap time, so we've gone a tenth quicker that time. The guy behind's got 3 tenths quicker. Probably slow down a little bit too much for that first corner. Okay, I'm gonna put the delta on the screen so I can see how I'm doing against my session best and try and squeeze out any more time that I can. Yeah, that felt marginally better. Nice and smooth on the power. Good exit through there. Pulling a little bit of a gap on the guy behind now, and the gap for the guy in front is 3.0. We are catching slowly. Oh, saw a tuft of smoke or sand up there. Someone's destroyed. It's a back marker. That's unfortunate. There we go, we managed to find 3 tenths this lap. Definitely helps sometime having that delta, just to see, especially when you hit the brakes. Are you in line with where you hit the brakes in your best lap? Have you managed to go a tiny bit deeper? Just race, mate. Sometimes fast, sometimes consolidate the place. Yeah, agreed. Good speed, good speed. Setting a good pace now. Just killed a bit of momentum. The rear just slightly lost it through that corner. I was so gentle putting that throttle down. I'm so paranoid about losing that rear end. You can really see in the throttle trace on the screen how soft I'm trying to be putting down and going from like 60 to 100%. Gap it to the guy ahead is now 2.3, so we are reining them in, and we are going to catch them in about 4 laps, I'd say, as long as I can keep consistent. See how I didn't carry enough speed through there, and because I didn't go far enough out to the apex. Didn't use enough of the track. Okay. Good stuff so far. Slightly off our best ever lap, but only by a tenth and a half. We're still catching. Best lap in the race, the 45-1. We're only 7 tenths off now, or 7 tenths. So we're doing well. Try and carry good speed through here. Yes, fantastic again. It's like a 4-wheel drift into that corner. There we go, no drift on the exit that time round. 1.5 tenths up. Made some time on the way into braking there. Managed to look like I maybe carried a bit more speed into the corner, but still got it stopped. Too much speed into that corner. It's horrible because you know you're going to fuck up the next 400 meters when you carry too much speed there. I've just thrown away like 2 attempts. If only the guys ahead would just start squabbling a touch. There you go, that's better. I used a lot more of the track on exit there. Look at the speed now, you can literally see. Nice late apex. Super smooth on the throttle. Go, 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 go. Another 1.5 attempts over my previous lap.
The car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 45.05.
Gap's down to 1.6. Someone's doing a 45.0 now. We're now doing a 45.6. We're getting close. We're getting damn close. And no off tracks as well, which is impressive because that is really hard to do in that first corner. Come on. Should be in touching distance in about 2 laps. I slightly outbroke myself, but I just pointed the car at the apex and managed to get it stopped and rotated. Okay, look at that. That is a much better exit. We've gone green with that, pulled about 0.08 of a second. Gap is 1.2 seconds. Oh, I probably shouldn't have kept it pinned, but I need to be careful with the rear tyres through here now. Oh, guy in front is just losing it slightly. Come on, we're going to have draft now. Oh, this is fantastic. It's going to be too far to make a move, but we're going to close right up down this straight. Oh, that's perfect. Guy ahead of him is just getting away slightly. He's 9/10 ahead of Rick. Fantastic. Come on. Still got 2 laps left, or 3. God, I could have carried more speed into that first corner. Oh, we might have the speed to make a move down here. He's still 0.9 behind the guy ahead, which means he's getting a little bit of draft, which is just going to save him. He's broke a little bit too late there. Focus on the exit. Don't bother trying to poke a nose down here. So dangerous. Get the good run. Save it for the corners ahead. Oh, we've got lots of speed now. He takes a very narrow line here, so I'm scared about going down his inside.
Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left. Your front wing is damaged.
Just clip that front wing. Fuck. Well, we could have lost the car, so I'm glad we didn't do that, but I knew he was going to come across, which is not the line I take. Right, that front wing is going to cost us some straight line speed, so if I go ahead here, I'm not going to have the speed down the rest of the straight, I'm sure. Oh, and I'm understeering as well. Yeah, look at the speed he's got now down the straight. Look at the bar, you can see it, it's just coming back fast. I'm going to have to try and overtake him on the last lap or something.
Right side, clear on the right, go right.
I didn't know whether to go left or right.
You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
I'm not going to be able to catch the guy ahead now after that, after he spun out. Fuck. That's a shame. That is a lovely line into that corner. Gain time under the braking and got the exit perfect. Look at that attempt, even with the reduced straight line speed and slight understeer. Too slow on the apex. It's too slow too early. Put the power down too early, and therefore understeered off the track. Guy ahead is 1.7 seconds away, and I think it's just out of reach. If we had draft, then maybe we could keep up, but we're not going to be able to keep up. We look what happens down the straight here. So the gap is currently 1.8. By the end of the straight, it's going to be 2.2.
White flag this time.
Yeah, it's the last lap.
3, just set the fastest lap. 44.
It's unlucky, guys. You can see us dropping time. Understeer. That's pretty much it. It's been a good race. All of this just to get back to my my qualifying position. Well, I hope you enjoyed the race for what it was. It was a nice little chase, I guess. I do stream iRacing videos, iRacing races, as much as I can. I used to do it quite a few times a week. Now I try and do it at least twice, 3 times. So if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. And yeah, if you like the video, give us a like, or if you want to join the Discord, that way you can message me. That'd be fantastic as well. But all up to you, of course. Keep it together for these last few corners. But yeah, anyway, we managed to set a 45.4, which is actually a very competitive time, given the best lap in the field looks like a, well, I could see it for a second, I can't see it anymore. It looked like a 44.9, so we were within 5 tenths, just over 4 tenths away. So that is the end of the race.
Chicken flag.
It's unfortunate that we couldn't go, we couldn't get any further up, but yeah.
Good job, very good job.
That little bit of damage ruined it. Sub, turn on notification, we join the Discord. Fantastic, PJs. Good to have you. I'm glad you, well, I hope you enjoyed the race. It wasn't quite as exciting. If you do want to watch a really good race, obviously it's not live, go to the Okayama from yesterday. I need to make sure to change the title of the race I just did like an hour ago. But that was an intense race. Clips, yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much, PJs. I'm just going to look at that one little clip of where I tried to go up the inside of him and I clipped my front wing. But if you thought this was exciting, oh my God, the race from yesterday, I was dripping sweat. No word of a lie. I was absolutely dripping sweat. It was so intense. Right, so I think this is the lap where I tried to make the move. Let's just have a little look at the onboard. And I'll speed up to the section where I think I was going for the move. So it's this left-hander here. So I had really good speed. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can blame him there at all. I looked like that was a very half effort of an overtake. I've got a mix of that. You can quite clearly see. I'm going in. I'm trying to turn here and brake. There's a bit of oversteer. There's a bit of understeer. There's oversteer again, and then the oversteer just makes me clip that front wing. Luckily, we saved it. and the pressure was enough. So literally on the next run down the straight, I don't know quite what happened. He just maybe carried a bit too much speed, and yeah, that was it. Oh, I'm glad I chose to go left. Great Racing, just subscribed, just started learning GT3s. I do race GT3s from time to time. They're a very different animal to the F4, but fantastic. He's late on the brakes, but also unsure under braking. Yeah. Really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the stream off for the time being. Maybe I'll do another race. I don't know if I've got enough time. Probably not. But I'll probably catch you sometime next week or maybe later on in the week. Yeah, the one that I clipped for sure. Yeah, he was definitely a bit unsure. But yeah, thank you very much. I will catch you in the next one. There's me going off.